practice Ukemi. So from here, forward, stand up, then back, stand up, then do it a bunch of times, then change feet, stand up, then back, forward, then back, okay, forward, back. So when practicing Ukemi, make sure to roll as softly as you can. Use your energy and movement to help you stand up. If you can stand up like Sensei did, you can. Just don't knock over a lamp or something. But always remember, roll softly. Use the energy in the movement to help you stand up. If you notice, he's not making much noise. You don't want to make any noise when you're rolling. You don't want the sound of your feet to hit the ground. If you don't have any space to do Ukemi, you could do this. You could do half backward roll. The important thing is tuck your chin in to your chest, and when your legs come up, you want them to be straight. Then fold them back in. Use your leg power to help you get back up. Straight, then fold. Then use the motion, the rocking motion, to help you come back up. Straight, fold in. Straight, fold in. One thing is, don't let your upper back get all the weight. Then use the motion to come to sitting position. Then down, sitting position. Roll, use the motion to come up to sitting position. Okay. Roll softly, round, then stand up. Then from standing, use the motion to help you get back up. Okay. So don't use your upper body to stand up, use your leg power to stand up. Straight, then fold. Straight, then fold. Okay. Make sure your back of your head does not hit the ground. Okay, now let's practice knee walking or Shikko. Okay, so from here, keep shoulders square, both feet together. You don't have to hit your knee on the floor softly, smooth, smooth. Okay, forward, keep your knees, feet together, under your center. Okay. Then you can also do it backwards, which is the opposite of forward. Keep your knees together. Keep your knees together. Keep your balance. Step back, step back, step back, step back, step back. Smooth. Don't kill yourself. And keep your balance. So let's practice the Tenkan exercise. So initial stance from here. I want my front foot to line up in the same side as the chair. So from here, keep your wrist bent. Without moving this wrist, slide in past it, turn. Make sure I'm behind, facing the same direction as the chair. Come back. Line up with your opponent's stance. Irimi, Tenkan. Keep your hands heavy. Here, slide in, turn. Come back, slide in past, turn. Okay. Come here, slide in past, turn. Okay. Slide in past, turn. Don't look down, like look forward. Okay, now you try. So in Tenkan exercise, the idea is to get behind your opponent, but at the same time as you're turning, you have to keep the forward focus. Turn with your body. He slides in, forward. See how his back leg is stretched out? You don't want your back leg to collapse. Okay? Keep your shoulders relaxed. Keep your eyes forward. And keep your hands heavy. Okay? You want to keep your hands heavy. Okay, let's go practice Tenkan Kokyu-ho. Some people call it Tenkan Iriminage, or Tenkan throw down, whatever you call it. Main thing is slide in. Tenkan as usual. From your fingertips, come up, step behind, make a big circle. Come back to here. Slide in, get into position, behind, up. Circle, step behind your opponent. Okay? Don't step away. Slide in. Don't step away from here. I should be behind enough. Come up to about eye level. Then circle over. Twist your hip at the end. Okay? Slide in. Then throw down. Okay? Right. Maybe try. So in Tenkan Iriminage, see how close he gets to the chair? Slide in, behind, up. His body displaces your opponent's body. Hence, he's stepping behind at an angle behind. He stays shoulder to shoulder, throw. Okay. Try not to separate. Shoulder to shoulder, throw. And if you notice, he's not pushing. He's moving his body deeply behind. Stretch your feet behind. And big circle. Like there are no straight lines in sensei's movement. Up, over, round. So let's practice shihonage tenkan. So from here, let's practice this way. From here, as I slide in, just like Kokidosa, my hand is going to turn. Turn, come up like a sword, slide forward. Okay? I don't want to stay in front. I always want to get behind, then at an angle, cut down behind. Okay? I don't want to separate. I always want to stay close. From here, when I turn, when I pivot, stay close. Forward. Okay? Irimi, tenkan, slide forward. Cut down. Right. Okay, try. So the idea behind shihonage tenkan is to move your opponent back. So if you see how far sensei moves his body, that's how far you would be moving your opponent backwards. Slide in, up. Okay. Then you notice he's cutting at an angle behind the opponent, not away from the opponent. Forward, cut straight down. Okay. Then you notice he stays close, stays close, stays close. And all these techniques, it's important to keep the connection. Okay. Forward. Okay. And also, before you pivot, it's important to have like both feet planted and then pivot. Try not to pivot on one foot. Okay. Then try to keep your upper body relaxed. Put all the power in your lower body. Okay. Okay, so let's practice sumiotoshi. This is an irimi movement. So from here, my hand blade, as I slide in, my hand's going to cut down. Make it heavy. Slide in. And see, I'm very close to my opponent. I don't want to be like this. Get off the line of fire. I should be deep enough that it's easy for me to step behind. Okay? So from here, I'm in front. Irimi. Turn your body. Then it should be easy for me to step forward. From here, cut down. This hand stays down. Forward. Make a good finish. Cut down. Forward. Make sure you get all the way behind the chair's legs. Okay, try. So in sumiotoshi, he has to get behind enough so it's easy to do the throw. Get into position, throw. So even though it's an inanimate object, you're thinking about getting off the line of fire, neutralizing the power, and getting into a good position from which you can do the technique. Slide in. He steps behind, past the opponent's hip. Slide in, past. Here. He stretches his legs, then he stretches his legs. You make a good finish. Like the back foot is straight and the front knee is bent. Okay, so let's practice sotomawari, kokyunage. Sotomawari is outside turn. So from here, same irimi movement, slide in. But because it's holding onto your hand, it's too strong. I have to slide in again, strike his imaginary face. Arm, hand, stay in place. Okay? Try to imagine you continue to hit his face, turn. You can't sit, but I'm actually behind him. I'm not to the side like that. Then from here, you would cut down throw. So from here, irimi, sometimes with the irimi again, strike his face. Keep the striking feeling, turn forward. Slide in, strike his face with your hand blade. Keep this hand blade here, turn. I'm actually right behind this leg, so for practical purposes, you just slide forward, past here. Okay? So slide in, strike, turn, forward. Okay? So try it. A couple of important points is get behind your opponent. Also, you gotta bring their arm behind them to neutralize his power if it's too strong. And from here, after you hit, keep your arm and your hand blade stationary. Like, keep the tension in that one spot. From here, strike. Keep the tension, then forward, and then cut down. Okay. Also, another point is, you can't see here, but when you're behind, you should feel like half of your opponent's body is kind of protecting you from an attack from in front. Okay. Slide in, strike. Tenkan, turn. Okay. Slide in, then tenkan strongly forward. Okay. Like keep the energy in your movement. Okay, let's practice Shomenuchi, ikkyo, irimi. So from here, I'm going to slide in, bring my hand blade up. Slide in, bring my hand blade up. Then from here, without pushing my hands, I'm just going to cut down, step, past the hip. And if you don't have a lot of space in your house, don't worry about doing the full technique. From here, as long as you come up, as long as you get past his hip, then stretch out, then pull down. Okay, so from here, just remember, what makes your opponent fall down is how much I move him. Then cut down, past his hip, stretch out. From here, irimi, kokyu. Step forward, cut down, not push down. Slide forward, out, down. Keep your strike. Ikkyo armpit is one of the important techniques in Aikido. So from here, he doesn't wait. From here, he slides forward, meets the attack. His hip goes past your opponent's body. Stretch the arm out, pin. Okay. The important thing is to irimi, neutralize the attack, unbalance them, stretch them out. Okay. And if you notice, you don't want to push with the hands, you want to cut with the hands. Cut up, then cut down, all the way down, then pin. Okay. When you step, try to move your hands and your hip at the same time. Slide forward, irimi, unbalance, stretch out. If you don't have enough space, then you can always make the last step shorter, but as long as you come forward, you have to unbalance right here. Okay? If you have little space, you can just come forward, then you can stop here if you want to, without the stretch out. But you should try to stretch your legs, and then stretch your legs. See how far Sensei moves in three steps, almost across the mat. So that's the kind of power you want to develop. Stretch, stretch, then pin, the invisible arm. Stretch, move in your whole body, move your whole body out. Okay. He's not pushing with his shoulders. He's throwing from his feet. Okay, so let's practice Yokomenuchi shihonage from tenshin movement. So from here, you're going to start here. The idea is you're trying to get away, evade your opponent. So from here, come up, cut. 45-degree angle, cut to the side. Then from here, I'm going to step, not towards my opponent, but forward. Forward, down. Okay? So from here, line up with the chair because you want to 45-degree angle. I should be almost to the other side of the chair. Stretch. Then from here, step forward, cut down. Okay, so from here, cut, step, forward. Okay, so from here, cut, step, forward. Okay, cut, step, forward. Let's try it. So from here, tenshin movement, 45-degree. Okay. Stretch your opponent back, stretch side, throw down. Okay. The important thing is when you step back 45-degree angle, step to the side, forward. So you can think of it as like a square, kind of like a square. 45-degree back, side, forward, forward. So if you notice, he's not stepping away from the chair when he throws. He's getting very close to the chair, forward. You don't want to step towards the hand. Okay? He's want to step towards the opponent. So they used to say your hip attacks their hip. Okay? Evade, stretch, attack their hip, forward. Okay? And another fine point is when you step to the side, don't push your arms forward. Just bring your arms up and step underneath. So you don't want any feeling of pushing. Okay, so let's practice Iriminage from here. Starting from my back foot. Cut, squat, pivot, throw. Squat, forward. Cut, up, press, forward. Go from here. Up, cut, squat, pivot at an angle, forward. Up, here. I'm pushing this hand into my shoulder. Hip and hand come up. Pivot at an angle behind your opponent, who will be right here. Step forward. So Iriminage is one of the hardest techniques to do in Aikido, but this is just a drill that we developed. Cut. Bring the opponent to your shoulder, forward. Cut. Squat down, up. Forward. Use your whole body to come up. He's not just using his arms. Arms up with the body, and arms forward with the body. Okay. Cut down with your center, come up with your center, twist with your center, then throw with your center. Okay. And of course, your center is connected to your legs, so make sure you put the right amount of stretch in your legs. Okay. Put the right amount of energy. Deep slide in, big step back, big up, then a clear step forward. Cut up with your center, pivot, forward. Okay. Cut, hand comes up just like kokyu-dosa and over the shoulder just like kokyu-dosa. Okay. Come up from your fingertips. So now we'll practice Shiho-giri, Shiho-kokyu-ho. From here, from your kamae, slide forward, up, forward. Then from here, to your own right, step, then step. Then from here, you can do it one more time. So you end up forward again. Always hold your own right. Okay, let's do Suburi. Try to match my timing and movement with your timing and movement. So we're going to do this one. The one where we drop our hip. Okay. Hey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here's a drill to do sideways ukemi. So just watch. From here, go to the side, kick over. This leg is straight. Then from here, kick it over. Then you go this side. Kick. You can use your arm if you want to get up. You know, to support here. To support here. But eventually, you want to use your leg power and try not to use your arms. From here. Kick. All leg power. No upper body power. Stretch. Up. Then kick. Big arc. Let's practice seated kokyu-ho. So from here, from your hips, from here, round, back, side. Keep your arms round. Move from your pinky. Okay? Keep your elbows heavy. Don't push. Round. 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 And keep your arms round. Keep the motion round. Keep the elbows heavy. Try not to push. Okay, so let's finish. Thank you very much.